What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Adam Elmokais here, and today we are talking about the Release the Raw editing challenge. So every Monday I've been releasing a raw image of my very own, a concert photograph. This week was of Lauren Mayberry of CHVRCHES, so I'll just post it on my Twitter. You can download it. It's untouched, straight from my camera, and edit it however you want. There's no rules. The goal here is we're learning, we're working together, we're collaborating, we're constructively criticizing people so that we get better and we learn from each other. It doesn't matter if you're a music photographer, it doesn't matter if you're a normal photographer, I don't care what you do, join in. If you just want to go around and comment on people's stuff, that's sick too. But I'm gonna tell you how it works, and every Monday, meet me back here. We're gonna go over some of my favorites. I'm gonna show you how I would edit it, and we're gonna talk about last week's submission, and then we're gonna release another week's edit as well. So it's gonna be good. There's a lot of good stuff happening. Anyway, this week's submissions. So how it works is if you go to my Twitter, that's @Elmokais, you will see a post like this with an image and a Dropbox link. Now all you have to do is download that image, edit it, and post it as a reply, and you'll see, look at all these replies. There's a ton. I'm gonna go so fast here you won't be able to see them, but it's okay because I pulled some of my favorites out. But if you really want to look at them, go check it out. Favorite a few, comment on a few, leave some feedback. I'm telling you, a comment on somebody's image, that can change their day. Don't underestimate the power you have from commenting on somebody's photo. It's a good thing to do, and it takes like no time. So leave some comments here, make some people's days. Check out these images though, just beautiful. So much creativity gone into this, and I've learned a lot. So thank you for teaching me with your guys' edits, and I'm excited to teach you hopefully a little bit with mine, although I'm not nearly as creative as some of these people are. Look at these photos. All right, I'm scrolling quick. We're going all the way to the bottom. Anyway, there's like 200 of these things, so thank you for participating. I appreciate that. I just want to give everybody a second of blurry screen time at least. And after this, I will be releasing next week's Raw, so join me on Twitch. It's twitch.com/Elmokais, easy. And follow along because I'm going to release the Raw for next week, and you can get a little head start posting it on the thread. And then, who knows, maybe I'll make it in the video next week. But without further ado, here we go. I'm gonna open up Lightroom here, and we've got the image in Lightroom. And you can see here, unedited, super flat, it's in focus, thank God. The goal here is to edit the photo in a way that's keeps the artist looking how they would like to look, while at the same time focusing the viewer a little bit more. So for this image, it was a hard one to crop because I was like, I don't know, do I crop out her legs or do I keep them? And I picked this image because it's full body and I like that we can see her full body. Sometimes it's hard to do that. But when you get to these festival stages and there's a lot of empty space, it gets a little bit easier, and she's actually standing up on an area right now so we can see her feet. Sometimes it's hard to see artists' feet on stage. You take it for granted, but it's hard. So we'll find the straight point right there. I think it's something like that. And then what I would do to this image, let's see. Bring up the exposure, bring up the contrast, bring down the highlights because we're losing them. And it looks like there's a little bit too much blue in there, so we're gonna bring the yellow in a little bit. Now these reds, not sure about these reds, so I'll go to saturation and bring down the reds. So it's a little bit too much. What color is that? Let's get rid of that. But you'll notice, and that's bad because we got rid of all the color in her lips and in her skin tones. We don't want to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint them away. So grab our brush, we're going to change the color, make this smaller. Let's paint a color. No, let's just desaturate and put a little bit of yellow in there, I guess. See how that works. Oh, that's fine, we'll just desaturate. I don't think the yellow did anything there. We're just gonna do that. I think that's fine. As long as it's not too obvious what I'm doing. Oh, it's not too obvious, I don't think. We can also grab this and then we can add a color to it. Let's see. Oh, yellow is way too obvious. Let's make it a little less yellow. Bring it down there. Okay, that's not too bad. That kind of blends in now, I think, right? Like, I know we know because we're looking at the photo, but if we were somebody else, I don't think we would be able to tell. Let's bring it over here. Oh yeah, we'll just paint it out. There's a little bit of red back here, but I'm just gonna get rid of it. Joof. All right, hope that wasn't too much cheating. All right, I like that. So we've got the before and the after right now. And I think it's a little too bright, so bring it down. And this is all just a vibe, right? I wanna bring out the shadows a little bit. Ooh, yeah. So, because I love the intricacies of, I love the lighting change, so I really like to make that show. Let's get rid of this guy's head because, well, I know he's in the band, no disrespect to him. I don't like to ever say that anybody in a band is more important than somebody else, but we're just talking about this single image right here. So we're just valuing him to that. And how do we mask out of there? I actually don't know how, so I'm just gonna move it up. Whenever I don't learn something, I need to go in. Well, that's okay. It's okay if it's not perfect, because honestly, when you zoom out, you can't really tell. Nobody will notice, I promise. You can probably do the same for this white thing down here. I admit, sometimes there's things that I need to work on. I need to learn some things. So if you know how I could do something better in this, just tell me. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get embarrassed. I'm here to learn, man. Maybe me like 10 years ago would have, but you know what? I got no ego. I'm just trying to be the best I can be at all points. There we go. All right, now you know what I wanna do? I wanna bring down this a tiny bit. Let's add a little bit of contrast in this bad boy. Just a little bit. Now we're gonna mess with some colors. So you've got the overall photo, how you want it to look. I want it to look, you know, I had it very boring, I guess I would say, relative to most people. It's very, just want a nice looking photo. And that's okay, because that's my style. So here we go. Shadows, what color can we put? Oh, no. Oh yeah, those reds. I think we gotta stick with those reds. It's just so beautiful. Is that too much? Might be. Look at that. I usually don't mess with the highlights too much. Maybe a little bit of green sometimes, but might be it. Bring these down a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's mess with the, you can just grab this and we can move stuff around. No, we don't want that. None of that looks good. I just like it how it is already. Sharpening is fine. Everything looks good. Sometimes people over sharpen. I don't really can enable the profile corrections. Do we want that, or do we want it too dark around the edges? I think I like it around the edges dark. Let's keep it off. How does this suggest doing it? It suggests that being straight. I don't like that. I like it how it is. What do I like? The auto. Let's see. Oof. Tricky. Sometimes I gotta blink a few times. All right, let's keep going down. Now I don't really add grain. That's a rule I have. Used to, I don't anymore. But these are beautiful. All right, let's do. Oh yeah, she looks great in purple. To saturate a little bit, bring up the yellow. I like to show the yellow sun that is Coachella. You know, what's the goal of this image? Do you want to show Coachella? Do we want to make it a little more artsy? You can really take it in any direction. I'd probably land on something similar to this. Let's see what I just did to it. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. What's up, Siren? I think that's what I would do this image. It's kind of dry. Maybe a little bit too dry. You know, it just kind of looks like. Bring that down, bring the whites up. And if we can get the luminosity of this blues back here down a little bit. That's too much. Maybe we just keep it like that. What if we brought them up? No, we don't need to do that. All right, I think that's something, that's about what I would come up with. So this is the before, and this is the after. And for me, the goal is to just take the viewer's eye and show them what the subject is. I don't want anything distracting. That's why I got rid of the face and the little white thing in the bottom right there. I just want them to see the subject. And you know, if I played around with this longer, I might change the tones a little bit. Maybe make her lips come out a little bit more because they're a really beautiful red. But other than that, I think this is what I would settle on. All right, now let's take a look at some of your guys' edits. So first up, we have Ash here, and Ash decided to make it a little more faded and a little more flat, but keep all the colors. However, they also got rid of the head and the little white thing in the bottom, and I can't really tell, so they did a good job. And I like their shot. And I picked this one because I think it's just beautiful, and it kind of gets rid of all the real black. So you'll notice nothing's actually black. They brought that up a little bit, and I like that kind of feeling of, okay, there's color, there's brightness, there's something going on in every tone, if that makes sense. Okay, now we have Luis Guillermo. And Luis, or Luis, I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but Luis put a texture over everything, and wow, it looks cool. It just works for this image, and it's pretty artsy. I vibe it. So good job, Luis. All right, next we have Max, and Max did a texture as well, and I like this one. It's kind of along the same vibe where they added a texture to the top of it, and I think they distorted it a little bit, the bottom. I'm not sure how they did it, but you'll notice in the shot here, it's not as, like the bottom down here, I think is a little bit distorted because of the head, but I'm not quite sure. But added some purples in the back here and the lights. This is art, man. You did a good job. So there's a lot done to this in post. And remember, we don't have any rules. You can do whatever you want. This is great. All right, last, this one's my favorite. You get the award for first place. I'll come up with some awards a different time, but for now, wow, Allie, this is cool. This is a really good use of a motion blur. Obviously, it wasn't done in camera because this is not how it looks straight out of the camera. And in addition to the motion blur, I love the tones. It's just beautiful. I'd love to know how you did this. If you want to send a video or something to the Twitter, I would gladly retweet it. Maybe teach us how you did it, and we can share it with everybody. But thank you guys so much for submitting everything. I will be going live on Twitch right after this. Please join us. We're going to discuss a few more of these. If you want to send yours in and get a little critique, just send me the link, and we will do this again next week. So I'm going to be releasing the next Raw very soon. So tune in for the next week's Release the Raw. All right, guys, I've been Adam Elmakias for my whole life, and I still am. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. All right, have a good week. Happy 2020. Keep shooting. Peace.